Hello, this is William McKissock with Scully Mitchell, your expense reduction specialist. And as you know, we're a franchise and we love to promote and support other businesses in social media. And today I have with me Andrew and Cassie Murphy, who are with a bookkeeping firm called Tide and Ledger Bookkeeping. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, William. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming. So tell us, before we get into your bookkeeping business and tell us some about what you do and what a bookkeeper is, etc., tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, and how you ended up here, where you're at right now.
Sure. So again, Andrew and Cassie we're originally from Massachusetts. I joined the military, spent 14 years in the Marines. After that, spent a decade in North Carolina. We were consulting, as well as I served in a private equity role, operating a couple trades businesses. And then outside of that, we moved down to Florida 2 years ago, operated a service-based business, as well as started this bookkeeping business. Cassie's kind of been operating it, and then I'm going full time here in it now.
Fantastic. So we can get into the workings of the business in a minute. So I'm a layperson. There's bookkeepers, there's accountants, there's CPAs. So what is a bookkeeping business? What is it you actually do?
So we work with our customers and make sure that their books are current and up to date. So every transaction is categorized in the right place so that at the end of the year, we can work with either one of our CPAs or their CPA to make sure that taxes are filed smoothly.
So yeah, fantastic. Because I know as a business owner, it is a pain in the butt to have to go into your QuickBooks or whatever software you're using. And every time you spend money or you get paid money, you have to go and register it and link it up to your bank account. And I know that's a lot of work for business people. And that's why I would recommend a business person to take that hassle away from you, is to use a bookkeeper like yourself. Because when you're doing your taxes at the end of the year, it's so much easier if your bookkeeping's all up to date.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly right, William. And in addition to just having everything ready for tax time, we do look to add value for clients, right? We're firm believers in small businesses, especially those starting out, need to be very, I'd say, intimate with their financials, right? They need to know what their numbers are month to month. They need to know whether they're progressing in the right place or the wrong direction, whether it's, top line revenue wise or specific margins that they want to focus on. But in general, we think just, we noticed that there was a big gap with small businesses and like kind of how they were understanding their financials month to month. So we look to provide that clarity while removing all the confusion and, removing the need for business owners to have to learn some new programs such as QuickBooks or anything else like that.
Yeah. Want to take that stress off of them so that they can spend more time in their business doing what they do to make their money.
Doing what actually produces.
Not sitting behind the computer categorizing everything.
Yes, because I'm sure anybody watching this that has a small business of any kind, if you're having to do your QuickBooks, it is a pain in the butt to have to keep on top of it. And it's so much easier to have somebody, where you just send the receipts over and send the information off and go, make that happen for me. And you guys do it like magic.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. And we have some clients who like to be really involved, and we're here to support them anyway. And then we have some that are just looking for the, quarterly, monthly P&Ls and reports just to make sure that they're tracking and everything's good. And so we're there to provide whatever the client needs.
Fantastic. If you're looking for a really good bookkeeper, and as you can see, Andrew and Cassie, they not only do the basics for you, but they'll go that extra length to make sure that they add more value. They can be as involved or not involved with your business as you need them to be. A fantastic service. Their details are underneath their portion of the video. So tell us a little bit more about like where you do it. You're now here in the Tampa Bay area of Florida. So do you work with clients all over North America, all over the United States?
Yeah, great question. So the majority of our clients are local to the Tampa Bay area. That's kind of how we address the market. Initially we did go after local businesses. However, we spent a good amount of time in North Carolina, so we do have a few clients from up there as well. Many in the trades that I kind of had relationships with them prior to leaving that last role. So we are able to serve, the entire country, and looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Cassie, you were going to say,
Oh, no, I was just gonna say everything is, cloud-based, so we can
yeah.
work with anyone, anywhere. We can do Zoom calls. It is nice, the local clients, because you get that personal touch where you can meet for coffee or something if need be. But yeah, we love meeting any business owners that need our service.
So if I'm a business watching this right now, so what does a business you would work with look like? What kind of size of businesses do you like to operate with?
Yeah, great question. It's not so much size of the business how I look at it. I really look at it from a value perspective. So, we want to come into the business and we very quickly want to make it so that our fees are kind of negligible or you don't notice them, right? So we initially look at how much time are we, is a business owner spending on their books. If they're spending 5 hours plus per month digging into their books or categorizing transactions, in my eyes, that's 5 hours that they, likely should be selling or marketing or doing whatever they need to do to increase revenue. So as long as, we can cover our basis with if it's 5 hours, typically that to me is the threshold because our fees are typically going to be lower than what they value their hours at. So, as far as a cap, I wouldn't say we don't want to put a cap, right? We are working with businesses in the tens of millions of dollars. I look at it more from like a what's expected from that client. So, there are some businesses that simply need a full-time bookkeeper on staff, right? And we're
Mhm.
not going to provide that. We don't outsource work. It is Cassandra and I. So that's, I would say any industry. I really enjoy service-based industries, home services, as that's, I did operate HVAC, plumbing, and electrical businesses. So I'm very familiar with their financials, kind of, how to affect a business as I, sat in their shoes for a bit of time.
Fantastic. So I'm guessing because you have an ex-military background, that really is a good thing to bring into the bookkeeping world because everything has to be done as it should be when it has to be done. I assume that that's a really big positive, the fact that you do have that kind of background.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think we're able to put a lot of like checks and balances in place, and we're known to, make sure every last detail is planned.
Absolutely fantastic. So can you give us an idea of some of your kind of clients? You mentioned that was it the HVAC world? Is there other clients you're going to want to meet? You said any industry, but give us a few, give us a flavor of some of the kind of clients that you're working with.
Yeah, again, any home services based company. So whether it's pest, lawn, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, really enjoy those. However, we do have, trailer sales company, which has 5 different locations. We are working with dentists. So
We do have property management company, electrical, yeah. So it's a wide range and
yeah, marketing firms as well, finance industry. Again, for me personally, if I was like to target a specific niche, I would be going after home services, and
Yeah.
that's simply because it's, I have a background in it.
Fantastic. So if you're a business, any kind of business, and you're looking for a bookkeeper to take away that pain in the butt that is bookkeeping, reach out to Andrew and Cassie. Their details are underneath their portion of the video. Andrew and Cassie, thank you very much for coming in the show. It's an absolute pleasure. It's lovely to speak to really genuine people who want to add value to businesses as well as bring a fantastic service to businesses that's something that everybody needs, even if they don't know it. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
thank you so much for
Thanks.
having us, William. This was great.
Yeah, really appreciate it, William. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. I'll now hand it over to Dave for the weather.